All right, this is the mindset that will keep someone stuck, sabotaging themselves, broke, or not making the kind of money that you want to make. It's all the same. It comes from this one thing. It's called impatience.
First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one.
While America's infrastructure.
We fought for moral reasons. We stood up for what was right.
This nation will rise up.
And impatience is really, it's a way of showing up in your life. And unfortunately, we got programmed big time from a young age to look for instant gratification, right? We grew up with microwave meals and commercials and just different things of this whole like get rich quick mentality. I want it now. I want this type of thing. I mean, even I remember back in the day with internet, and I remember when it was still dial-up. Some of you might remember times before internet was even a thing, but it was dial-up and you had to wait for like 3 minutes for the internet to even load. Nowadays, it's like, if it's not instantly loading on 5G, we get pissed off. And so this is something, it's like, you ever hear that analogy of a frog in water getting boiled? It's like they crank up the heat a little bit more until the frog is dead. The frog doesn't even realize that he got boiled. That's what's happening with us, with our minds, and how we are handling or not handling this change in the world, such as the instant connection. Now I can FaceTime someone on the other side of the world instantly. But that type of thinking will completely mess you up in terms of building something for real. So if you aren't building something for real, don't watch this video. This won't even apply to you. But in reality, whether you're building a business, a relationship, just a project or something, there's a process that we have to take here. And so I'm going to draw this out for you. Let's say the thing that you want to make is a successful business where you have a bunch of money. All right. So the universal sign for money, if you use euros, too bad. This is what we're going to use. Money, right? This is where you want to be. This is like money, happiness, success, right? And this is you. Right? That's you. You got kind of a neutral face right now because you don't have it. Now, how do you get there? Is it just as easy to like jump there right now? Because you probably want that thing. You probably want that freedom that you get, or you want that feeling that you get of, oh, I'm successful, right? I made something happen. But here's the thing is, if you're just focused impatiently on that thing that you want, and it's like you're not actually willing to do the work and the step-by-step to get there, guess what? This is you, but this is you not being patient, right? So you got this kind of this frowny face. And now you want this, but you don't actually change who you are and how you approach things. So guess what? As time goes on, you're not going to actually really get any closer. You're just going to keep waffling around at this level. And ultimately, you stay impatient, you don't change, you're actually not going to get the thing. Because how do you actually build a business for real? It takes work, a lot of work. Like working all the time, grinding, sacrificing on certain things, like staying up late. As much as people like to say, oh, you can build business on your passion and it should be fun and, you know, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like work, but you can redefine how work feels to you and you can love the grind. But in terms of being an entrepreneur, not many of us are actually programmed to be entrepreneurs. A lot of us are programmed to be employees who look for instant gratification, like a paycheck every 2 weeks. And that is what we're programmed for. But if you want to build something for real, that gets you real freedom and real ability to enjoy your life fully, like that requires a lot of patience. Now, when you have patience, this is the big difference, right? So now this is, let's say, well, the blue, right? The blue is this other version of yourself. And this is the blue version of yourself that's patient, right? It means every day you realize it's going to be a process. You're going to actually have to take real action, and you may not see the results today or even this week or even this month, but you have a proven system that works. And guess what? Now you do the activity, right? So now day one, you do some activity. right? And then day 2, you do a little more activity, a little more. Over time, that starts to compound, right? And then it starts to take on this exponential effect. If you're doing it right, and if you're doing it from the starting point of realizing this is going to take time, right? Not this hasty version of yourself where you're just racing and trying to, I should be successful by now. Why is it not working? And all this shit. If that's your mentality when you show up, you're not going to actually pay attention to the detail. Here's a phenomenal quote. I would write this one down. The slow way is the short way. That one took me a year to really understand. I was taught that by a gentleman who's worth many, many, many millions of dollars. And it makes sense, right? The slow way, this guy, is the short way. Because now it's compounding, right? Then you have a little more breakthrough, until all of a sudden, boom, voila, you get the thing. Because how you show up, who you are in your activities is realizing it's about perfecting the process. There's really only a few things you have to do to build a business. It's not that hard. It's talk to people, acquire customers, keep them happy, get referrals, and then just manage the thing in the sense of accounting and paying your taxes. And then reinvest your money into making more of that happen. That's it. It's not but you got to realize it takes time. It takes time, and you need to perfect each step of that. So when you have that patient perfection type mentality, guess what? You're going to actually see results. And it may not be every single day, but week over week, you're going to notice that change. Especially when you have a self-development process that you do each day to reflect on yourself, purify how you're looking at things, right? That's the big difference. Or if you're over here, Mr. I want to just do Forex and then I'll get funded by some big, funding firm, and then I'll just all of a sudden get rich because Forex helps me get rich. Guess what? You'll be like someone I talked to today where they made $40,000 in Forex. And then they lost it all because guess what? They didn't develop that patience, that perfection, that character. So for those who want to build stuff for real, I can help you. If you don't want to be patient, well, you probably wouldn't have even finished watching this video. But this right here, look at this, refine this, right? Perfect your process every single day. Put in the work day after day after day after day. If you want to do something for real, leave a legacy. Think about a skyscraper. How much coordination and effort, how long into the future do you have to look? You have to be planning on 10, 20, 30, 40-year timelines to actually build that. But then you build that and it's there for good. So that's what we're here to do, right? You follow anything that I do. I'm always talking about self-perfected, as well as everything we're doing to change the world for the better. That takes time. Sometimes I go weeks and it feels like, there's not much changing. But then I see beneath the surface, and over time, then certain things happen and boom, really break through. There's a great quote I'll leave you with here. It's a quote from Charlie Munger, and I'll paraphrase it. Charlie Munger is the business partner of Warren Buffett. He's a genius investor. And he says, step by step, you get ahead. Not necessarily in fast spurts, but the process of going step by step prepares you for the fast spurts. So that little bit every day, right? That patient mentality, that work ethic, doing that every day, doing the right things long enough, correctly, and consistently, right? Perfecting that process prepares you for those days when things open up and now boom, you get way ahead and it's noticeable, right? But the only reason that you're ready for that is because you've developed that discipline and those habits. So keep this in mind, watch this video again, save this for later, watch it a month from now so that you can remind yourself, because again, we've been conditioned and programmed from day one for the instant stuff. Even to the point, I won't get into this in this video, but even to the point of how they do births nowadays. It's like, quick, get the lady in, all right, give her the epidural, all right, get the baby out, quick, okay, on to the next, because it's a business. Look at the business of being born. But see, from day one, we're getting programmed with, okay, fast, quick, just go on. That's not how you become ultimately successful. This is how you become ultimately successful. So stay tuned, watch my other videos, and I'll see you around. Hey everyone, so I don't sponsor my videos at all, but I do like to at least say, for those who resonate with the message that I share, I do offer both personal mentorship as well as business mentorship. In personal life, I've made a lot of moves over the past few years. Now I have a beautiful wife, homestead, and all of that. In terms of business, I have one of my companies went from 3K to 30K a month in profit, as well as I have another business that I'm at over 150K this year in investments and things like that. So if that resonates and you want to actually make a positive impact with that type of money, just reach out, send me a message, and we'll chat.